it's Mandy from Mandyleeplays, and in this video I'm going to show you 10 things you should know before buying Harvestella, or if you're on the fence about buying it. I hope this video does help you in that, so on to the list. So point number 1, and that is the story. So the game takes place in a world where there's 4 crystals called the Sea Lights, which if you played old style Final Fantasy games and even Bravely Default, you know the gist of the 4 crystals: Earth, Wind, Fire, and Water. So you play as your protag, which you could choose a male, female, and something really cool, you can actually choose a non-binary character, which is awesome. Inclusivity is always great in a video game, and I love to see it. So you wake up as your protagonist who has amnesia. I know that trope is kind of old. So you wake up during this event called Quietus. Shh, it's Quietus time. And it's really dangerous to go outside during Quietus. So when the doctor finds you, the doctor is Cress, she's very cool, I like her. She helps you and treats you, though she is a bit suspicious about an amnesiac who arrived in Quietus. And rightfully so, because this world has a lot of monsters and stuff, so you gotta be careful. Now the village that you stumble upon is Lethe Village. It's a very beautiful little small village, and I just love the aesthetic of it. It's so cute. It has this beautiful water fountain thing, and in the distance you can actually see one of the sea lights, which is awesome. Very, very beautiful. So it's a very nice, cozy little town you got going on. But like every cozy town, everyone knows everyone, and a lot of people are suspicious of you because, again, you round up during Quietus, and it's a big thing, apparently. So the mayor has you living in this small farming place, which is very cozy. Like, you're living it up in that place. It's big, it has a kitchen, a reading nook, a fireplace. I would love to live there if I was some stranger. So Quietus is a big thing in this whole universe. They basically hype it up like it's Majora's Mask, where it has like the countdown time. So during Quietus, it's the season of death, where crops and plants wither and die and prevents people from going outside. Which sounds like a great vacation day, I'm just saying. But yeah, people don't like it because it's the season of death. Though, ever since you arrived, the event has been getting longer each year, and people are starting to wonder if it's the end of the world coming. Yeah, so that's quite a big deal with Quietus in the house. That is the gist of the story. There are more characters you meet along the way, like Arya, she's one of my favorites. Now on to number 2, and that is the job system. Now there are a total of 12 jobs in the game, each having their own quirks and attack methods. You gain new jobs when you get a new party member. Job points are JP, and you can spend them to increase the skill tree of each job. Might I add, I love how when you change your job, it changes your outfit. I love that concept. My favorite job as of now is the mage, because you get to be in the back. Now on to number 3, and that is, did Square change stuff from the demo? And yes, they did. They actually heard a lot of our complaints, though the dodge system is still, I don't know what they did there, but they did change a lot from the demo to the release of the game. So here's the stuff that they improved with the day 1 patch. Longer days, improved fishing mechanics, the cooldown for switching jobs is quicker, thank God. The mage job attacks more quickly. Finally, a better warning system when you are low on health. So they did change a lot of things from the initial demo, and I like that they, heard our criticism and changed it. Now on to number 4, and that is the lack of dodge in this game. I know, I sound like I'm repeating myself, but you gotta know, it's important. Especially since these monsters hit really hard. It's pretty hard to just jump out like a weirdo, so I wanted to make a point here. While the dash does help a little bit, it's kind of lackluster, and it shouldn't be a skill you get on the tree. Now, you all know me, I like to brute force my way through battles, but even I noticed I need a dodge because these people were KOing me like crazy. But that's it for my complaints. Graphically, there's a lot of pop-ins, but that's just the Switch. Now, I don't know how the game runs on the PC, because I bought it for the Switch, but I'm assuming the PC doesn't have as much pop-ins and stuff. But, it still runs good, it functions, and it looks very pretty in certain areas, so I like it overall. Alright, number 5, and that is crafting. Crafting is a big thing in this game that I didn't even know was going to be a big thing. Crafting is a necessity in this game because you need to craft, different weapons, different items, different things to help with your tools, or to repair things for shortcuts in dungeons. So you want to be on top of your crafting game. These items are only made through the crafting table at your house, so make sure to not only have a surplus of crafted items, but the necessary materials to craft them. And I recommend you craft a lot of return bells because there are portions in the dungeon where you want to go back home because you're getting sleepy and you don't want to pass out. So a return bell helps you with that. I always keep a surplus of it because, you don't know when you're going to get stuck. Now the process of crafting does take time. So what I like to do is dedicate a day to crafting because it could take about a few hours to make the stuff that you need. So I think that taking a day just to craft things is a good way to make sure you have ample supply of an item so you don't miss out. So my next point is sleeping. Now your character does need a good 8 hours of sleep, and that's no joke, because if you go in a dungeon for too long and you get too sleepy, you will pass out and return to your home. Cress, the town doctor, will bring you back to your bed, but she does have a fee, which is a lot, so you don't want to pass out too much. Though that begs the question, what happens if you pass out but you're broke? I have to test that theory. Dang, I actually feel really bad. So my next point is the farming. So this is technically the other half of this RPG adventure, and it's your basic farming sim with tilting the land, planting your seeds and watering them, and waiting till your crops grow. But since this game is also an RPG adventure, I love how they simplified a bunch of the stuff from your regular farming sim games. For example, you have unlimited water at your disposal, which I find really convenient because I get tired of going to a water source, filling up the tank, and then you go again. This time you have just a water fountain that just keeps going, and it's very, very nice. Once you grow your crops, they could 1, be sold for a profit, or 2, they could be used for cooking some good food. But like other farming sims, only a certain crop could be planted during the season. So don't buy a pumpkin if it's not fall, because it probably won't grow. Now your farm does come with a fairy, a fire fairy to be exact. My fairy is named Hot because she is the fire fairy. I thought it was a fitting name, I don't know. But she helps you with the crops. With each fairy, they will have fairy orders. Now fairy orders are certain things you fulfill during farming, and then you can unlock certain bonuses that will help you in the farm, like tilting more than one square, or planting more than one seed at a time, or making your hammer bigger. And also you could craft certain things to help you in the farm, like this machine that makes flour out of the weeds. Now my next point is food and cooking. Now you're gonna want to stock up on meals before you go into dungeons because they're super important. Because if you run out of stamina or health, you pass out. Now you can unlock cooking through the renovator, who could make you a little cooking nook in your house. And that's where your cooking begins. But not only that, you want to gather recipes so you can make the food. Most recipes are found in the general store, but they're all scattered around via side quests or just in a chest or something. Now once you have the recipe, you can start making different meals, but you're going to have the ingredients on hand. And that's where the farming kicks in because you grow a bunch of crops. But not only that, enemies drop meat and other things that you can't really farm that go into cooking as well. And like crafting, I like to take a day to make food because food does take up time as well. So I like to stock up on the food before going into a dungeon. That's just me though. And on to my next point, and that is fishing. Now I love fishing. That's how I make most of my revenue in the game as of now because lucrative, and it's very chill to fish. So basically, you're going to want to find a fishing rod. You can find it in the general store after you finish the prologue, and you just throw your bobber inside any body of water and wait a bit, and then a fish will catch it and you just press A. It's very easy, very relaxing. It's not a mini game or anything like Stardew Valley. I hate Stardew Valley's fishing mechanics. It's BS. It's just sitting there and waiting till the fish, bites, which is basically what fishing is. I don't know why people get so extreme with these mini games with fishing. It's literally just waiting until the fish goes to the bobber and then catching it. Now, I love catching fish because you could do it repeatedly, you could catch rare things, and it's a good source to make a quick buck. Now, my next point is relax and have fun. This game seems like a lot, especially with quietus, the story going on, dungeons, RPG adventure, and farming, but it all comes together for this very chill ride, and I'm enjoying it. Some days I just want to tend to my farm, while other days I want to brave and go into the dungeons. It's your choice. So like a lot of these farming sims out there, it's a very chill adventure, and I love it. Now, the RPG side is a little bit hectic, but you're gonna love it as well, especially with the different jobs and the characters you meet and the story as well. The story is really intriguing to me, and I want to see how it pans out. So those are my top 10 things to know before playing Harvestella. So I'm enjoying Harvestella, but let me know what you guys think about it. Did you buy it? Are you enjoying it? Are you on the fence about it? Please tell me in the comments down below. I love to hear from you guys. If you like my content, please hit that like button. I would appreciate it. And if you love my content and would love to see more, then please subscribe. We are almost to 5K. We're in the home stretch. So please hit that subscribe button. It would mean a lot. You can catch me on my Twitter at Mandyleeplays. Hope you guys have a beautiful rest of the day. And as always, play a good game. Bye.